Coming up, what an excellent day for a strike. Well, howdy folks, and welcome to another episode of The Exorcist Minute, a show where we normally examine, extrapolate, and excavate The Exorcist minute by terrifying minute. My name is Lester Ryan Clark.
And I'm Keenan Diaz.
And we are still your holy guides on this journey through a strange and interesting time right now in the world of entertainment. As a lot of you know, we are now in the midst of a double strike. The WGA and SAG-AFTRA are both on strike right now, and we fully support them. Some of you have asked if we would be going on a hiatus due to the strikes. Initially, we thought we were in the clear. We had checked the guidelines on the SAG-AFTRA website. We had spoken to well-meaning friends, fellow actors, quite a few of whom were also SAG members themselves, who said we were probably good to go. But we were still a little worried, and so we kept checking around. There are contracts and protections for podcasts at this time, but our podcast, which reviews a Warner Brothers film, Warner Brothers being one of the struck companies, is a special case, and we were concerned that the reviewing of a Warner Brothers film, even an older one, could possibly be seen as promoting struck work, which is in violation of the guidelines. If you are in the union or wish to join the union in the future, you are advised not to promote work from these companies which we are striking against. And so I wanted to be 100% sure before we released any more film-centric episodes that our show is in line with the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, which again, Keenan and I fully support. And so to that end, I made some calls, I sent some emails, I even went down to the SAG-AFTRA headquarters here in Miracle Mile, and they were so gracious they were able to give me another contact that I could check with. A friend of mine also got me in touch with another representative who actually replied to me this morning with a very thorough and helpful explanation of where our podcast falls. And so, yes, they recommended that it would probably be best if we put a pause on promoting or even discussing any past, present, or future work from any of the struck companies. This applies not only to union members, but also anyone who wishes to join the union in the future. I myself am SAG eligible and do hope to join the union someday soon, and so for that reason, and also, more importantly, because I stand in solidarity with the WGA and SAG-AFTRA, we have decided that we will be pausing our movie episodes at this time. Now, this rep was also gracious enough to let us know that while we cannot talk about the movie, we can absolutely talk about non-movie content, which includes adjacent things like demons, church history, pagan history, witchcraft, Satanism, the Catholic rite of exorcism, real-life exorcism cases. That is all okay. And it's funny because, it's funny. I feel like we're sort of known for getting distracted and going off on wild and wonderful tangents anyway, talking about King Solomon and the Ars Goetia and spiritualism and Ouija boards and ancient Mesopotamia and Lamashtu. All of those are still on the table. So yeah, folks, Keenan and I are actually really excited. We're working on some bonus content for you guys. Next week, we have decided that we are finally going to cover the real-life exorcism case, the historical case of Roland or Robbie Doe. It's funny, we were wondering when we were going to get around to that, when in our timeline we were going to put it. Turns out, this is the perfect opportunity right here. And after that, we got a bunch of other cool stuff planned, stuff that, frankly, we were going to cover anyway. And also some stuff that we've lightly touched upon, but you guys seem to like, so now we can go into more detail as a bonus episode. And then also stuff that we haven't even talked about yet. So rather than a hiatus, because how can it be when you're still in here with us, we'd like you guys to think of this time as all bonus episodes. Now that is going to be it for this week, but rest assured we are working hard to bring you guys some cool stuff. We will be back next week with that Roland Doe episode, so hang tight. Thanks for being patient as we all navigate through this strange and interesting time in our entertainment history. And yes, we will also be sharing ways in which you can help with the strike and stand in solidarity with all the writers, actors, and artists who are simply asking for fair treatment. And shouldn't we help them get that after everything they've given to us? So yeah, that's it for this week, folks. Again, we will be back next week with the story of Robbie Doe and also more information about the strikes and what we can all do to help. And remember, the sooner we get a fair deal, the sooner we can get back to examining, extrapolating, and excavating. So let's all do our part to make that happen. Okay, that's all my notes. Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think I am, Lester.
Folks, until next time,
The power of strike compels you.